OBS. I heard the more that you say what the video is about, the better the YouTube algorithm picks it up. OBS. This video is about OBS. Roll intro. What's up everybody, and welcome to another video. This video will get you started on your way to producing some clean, high quality live streams in OBS. What's OBS, you ask? Good question. If you've ever tried to live stream on YouTube or any other social media platform, you've probably ran into an issue where if you don't have the right camera, then you're severely limited in your options. Sometimes so limited that you can only use your phone to stream. OBS is one very popular solution. It allows you to use your camera or even professional broadcast gear to stream to the world. It's popular because it's an easy to use free software for Mac, Windows, and Linux, which means I can hook you up with a free copy of your own. Just don't tell them I said it, but the link's in the description. Today we're talking about setting up your OBS, creating a scene, what settings you might need to stream, and we'll walk through how to do some simple graphics to make your first OBS stream incredible. Let's jump in. All right, so I don't know if you guys could tell from that last shot, but I am using a Mac computer. So some things may change over to Windows or Linux, depending on the system you're using. I just don't know those details right now, but we're going to go ahead and add a camera into the scene. I'm going to use my FaceTime camera. I'm going to start by creating another scene, and right here, since I know I'm going to be using my FaceTime camera, I'm just going to call it FaceTime camera. Boom. And now what we need to do is over here in sources, we're going to add a new source. It's going to be under the video capture device. And that's where any of your HDMI sources or video to Thunderbolt or video to USB-C or video to USB will be. Click that. You can just keep this as video capture device if you want to, but I'm going to rename this to webcam. And under devices, you'll see all of your video capture devices. If you have multiple video capture devices, they'll all be listed right here. I'm just going to go ahead and choose my FaceTime HD camera. Click OK. Now, at this point, you'll notice me and my teleprompter back there and this really dirty wall I haven't repainted since I moved in. This used to be my kids' school room, so there might be some stuff like that around here. Anyway, don't worry about that. You'll notice that this screen isn't full screen right now, so this corner right here should be way, it's hard to point, it should be way down there. So I can either take my mouse and click it and drag it and it will lock once it's full screen, or I can double click on webcam right there, go to transform in the options, and in this drop down menu click fit to screen. It's very important that you do fit to screen and not stretch to fill or stretch to screen, because if your webcam is not the same aspect ratio as your broadcast view, then you can stretch yourself vertically or horizontally, just depending on how you're broadcasting, and nobody likes to see that. All right, congratulations, you're on your way to creating your first scene, but we have to think about things like audio and how do we actually get that stream up to the internet for people to see. So if you're like me, you really want to get the cleanest sounding audio when you do a live stream. Whether I'm doing a Zoom call or recording one of these videos, I put a lot of thought into my audio. So we need to talk about how to get the audio into your live stream. The way that my audio setup is I go from this mic into an audio interface which plugs into my computer. Now I have OBS set up to take that audio interface as default, but if you don't, here's how to get it in there. In this scene, we will just add another source. And instead of choosing video capture device this time, we're gonna choose audio input capture device. And we can just leave it called that, or you can call it the name of your audio interface, or you can call it the name of your mic if you want to, but for the sake of this video, we'll just leave it like that. And we'll add my audio interface, which is this UMC 404. There you go, boom. Now you might notice that once you get this microphone plugged into your OBS session, only one side of the audio works, and that's because you're running a stereo setup. There's a couple ways that you can solve this. The way that I chose to solve it is by running a mono output, and you can do that up here in OBS preferences, and go to audio and just change this stereo, or however you've got it set up, to mono. And then when people listen to your broadcast, they'll be listening to your voice in both channels. Now, some people stream music and they do music reviews and they'll play different videos and that kind of thing during a live stream. Running mono might not be an option for you. And in that case, there's some hardware things that you can do, like running a splitter into your audio interface so that your voice comes out of both sides of the speaker at the same time while still having stereo. Streaming doesn't have to be complicated, but I may say some terms in this part that seem bigger than they really are, like RTMP server and stream key. Let's break down those terms real quick. An RTMP server is just a server that intakes a stream so that people can watch it online, and a stream key is your individual access code for that streaming server. Now, since this is a general video about your first OBS stream, I'm not really going to get into specifics on how to stream to your individual platforms, but it's basically the same on all of them. Let's jump in. Go to preferences. So preferences, and we'll go down to the second option right here, which is stream. You'll need to find your own RTMP server and put it in right here, and then you'll need to find your stream key and copy paste it right here. Now there are a lot of options in your drop down folder right here. You'll see a few here, but then you can click show all and they're all right there. So you've got a lot of options, but my recommendation would be just to use the custom settings right there. So once you get your RTMP server and your stream key, click OK, and you're all set. That's it. So I told you that we would do some simple graphics on here too. So let's go ahead and add in a lower third. I'm just going to go in and hit this plus. We're going to add just some text on top. We'll call this lower third. My typing is terrible sometimes. Lower third 1. Follow, like, and subscribe. And then under that, www.youtube.com/AJ Williams Media. Got a few different font styles. I like Helvetica New. So we'll do that, and then we can go, let's see, bold italic. That's looking better. We'll save that, and we can put this wherever we want to on the screen. And as soon as we go live, that lower third will come with it. What I would suggest doing if you want to is you can see this transition over here. What you can actually do with OBS is to go from one scene to another scene. So right now, scene 2 for me is just a blackout scene. So it doesn't have any video input or anything at all. And then once I click FaceTime camera, it's just gonna do this 300 millisecond fade to my next scene. So you can set up multiple scenes and have multiple lower thirds right here. Like we just did, there's some pretty cool things that you can do in OBS to make your stream look really clean, like adding lower thirds, sound effects, maybe a countdown, or some other kind of video source, maybe even a guest using something like Zoom. OBS is a really powerful program, and we're just scratching the surface of what it can do. So look forward to some more OBS tutorials in the future. If you liked this video, you can give it a thumbs up, and if you want to see more content like this, I do videos on photography, videography, tutorials, and some fun stuff too. You can subscribe to the channel, but if you really want to do something that will help this channel grow, simply click on one of the videos in the screen right now. The one on the top is another OBS tutorial, or at least it will be once it's finished. The one on the bottom is randomly chosen to be something that YouTube thinks that you'll like. Thanks for watching. We'll see you in the next video.